Are you live? Are you low network
We're
connection?
live.
What does that mean? Record video?
Hey, Facebook land.
Hey, Facebook friends, how are you? Good to see you. It's Lisa Kneller here with Smart and Social. I'm with my good friend and mentor, Jackie Ulmer, with...
Hey, Street Smart Wealth.
We are having a little happy hour and some fun talk. And I had mentioned to Jackie earlier today that I would really like to talk about... Well, we'll just share yours on mine. I would really like to talk about what does FU really mean?
That's right. We were doing a double Facebook Live. We were doing it on both Facebook pages, but it didn't quite work out. So we're here for now, and we'll share it over there. So what does FU really mean? And what's the importance of it?
Yeah, so, okay, what got me thinking about this was one of my favorite phrases or things that to hear from people is, thank you so much for following up with me.
Yes.
I'm like, really? Like, you're grateful that I followed up with you? So it made me realize that people really do appreciate follow-up.
They do appreciate follow-up, but people are afraid to follow up.
I know, I don't really understand.
Are you?
I know, are you afraid to follow up? Because kind of what I'm thinking is, if you're going to take the time and energy and face the fear of making phone calls or whatever, contacting people, then why wouldn't you follow up? What is stopping you? So let's talk about why follow-up is so important.
Well, the reality of it is, it doesn't matter what your business is. I don't care if you are in real estate or you're in direct sales, if you're in pool sales. It doesn't matter what your business is. You're a dime a dozen, so to speak. I mean, you've got a lot of competition in most cases. With real estate, you can ask anybody, hey, do you know a real estate agent? Almost everyone can name 12 off the top of their head. If you're in direct sales or network marketing, you're competing with a number of people. You're competing on a product side, and you're also competing on a business opportunity side. So the product side, doesn't matter what you sell. If you're selling any type of nutritional product, you're competing with other direct sales companies. You're competing with the local nutritional store. You're competing with GNC. You're competing. And if you have a business, if you're the business opportunity side of it, you're certainly competing because there's a lot of other side hustle businesses out there. So there is competition. So you have to do something that sets you apart. Absolutely.
Yeah, because what's going to happen? Who's going to get the business if you don't? If you don't follow up, who's going to get the business?
Someone else. And I've experienced that a number of times where people will say to me, your follow-up was amazing, and it made me realize how great you would be to work with, because if you're that good before I'm partnered with you, working with you, then how good will it be, when if I join your team or, hire you as a coach or whatever it is. So yeah,
right.
People are watching and they're paying attention, even if it's subconsciously. Sometimes they don't even think of, oh my gosh, this is follow-up, but they're registering it subconsciously.
Sure. I mean, I've made call after call after call following up with people, and sometimes that leads to something. Sometimes it leads to a dead end, but I never take them off my list because I know that there's a future out there and things change, right? So what assumptions do we tend to make? What do you think? What kind of assumptions do we make about people that prevent us from making those follow-up calls?
So we make the assumption that, I don't want to bug them. That's one.
I don't want to bug them. I don't want to be rude, because that feels rude, doesn't it, in a way, if you were really bugging somebody.
Sure.
It would be rude.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't want to bug them. If they're interested, they'll contact me. I'll just wait to hear from them.
Yeah.
But, the reality of all of that is, even if people don't acknowledge your follow-up right away, it doesn't mean, again, that it's not registering with them. It doesn't mean that it's not making an impact and they're storing it away. I think it's kind of one of those things that we, tend to read something into a lack of communication as much as we read into whatever it is that they do say to us. So the biggest thing I would say is don't assume anything. Or if you are going to assume to the positive. Assume that they're interested, but they're super busy. So when the time's right, they'll get in touch. Assume that you're making a positive impact, and when the time's right, they'll get in touch. That's how I like to assume. I've learned not to make any negative assumptions.
Yeah, and so that leads me to the next question or thought of, how often should we follow up, and, when should we stop?
Well, I have a theory about stopping, and that is I follow up until they die, buy, or tell me to get lost. And sometimes when they tell me to get lost, I will still keep in touch in a very random way. That's another discussion. But in terms of how often to follow up, Keller Williams, which is, highly renowned and respected real estate company, they teach a system of a 36 touch plan. 36 touches over the year with your core center of influence. And that's what all of us really want to focus on, because when you can build a referral-based business, you never have to cold call, buy leads, chase people down, or any of that. You truly have referrals that are coming in. So a 36-point touch plan is maybe 3 to 4 times a year you're mailing an impact greeting card, something that touches their life that's different, because most people don't do that anymore. I always say, oh, thanks for the birthday wish on Facebook, but Facebook told you it was my birthday. You didn't even remember. That doesn't mean not to wish me a happy birthday. My birthday's coming up, so I'll be watching for you. No, I'm just teasing. But so get in their mailbox, take it offline. Get in their inbox through email. Get in their inbox through Messenger on Facebook. Get in their news feed with commenting, not just like. Don't just hit the like button. Don't be a drive-by engager. Be sharing out there and engaging on what they're sharing. Pay attention to their photos, their new baby photos, new grandbaby photos, graduation, weddings, birthdays, vacations. Pay attention to all that stuff. Know who your core center of influence is, and make sure that you are keeping in touch with them on a regular basis.
Very good. So that's good advice. What if you never hear back from someone? Do you just, like you said, you just stay in touch? You just don't make assumptions. You stay in touch, and you never know because things change, right?
Absolutely. Every 6 months, typically, for the most part, every 6 months in someone's life, they have some type of change. Doesn't mean it's dramatic or radical, but something that gets them thinking. Maybe there's a new baby born, a new grandbaby born. They become a caregiver. They get downsized. They move. There's a lot of different things that go on in the lives of people that make them open again to an opportunity, to your product, to whatever it is that you're doing. So you just want to make sure that you're staying top of mind. Staying top of mind. Jeffrey, thank you. I appreciate that. It's good to see you. I haven't chatted with you for a while. You want to make sure that you're staying top of mind with people, because you just never know. I have had people keep in touch with me for 6 years that I was paying attention and never really acknowledging, but I was interested, I was tracking the information, and I was filing it away. And then when the time was right, I acted on it. So again, make the assumption always to the positive.
Timing is everything. It's absolutely everything.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and by the way, I would just say, if you're newer to sales and you're newer to follow up and that kind of thing, just give yourself some grace, because it does take a while. There's skill building that you have to do, and there's just accepting the no's. And actually, if you get used to this, no, yes, no, yes. If you just get used to that, it's gonna just feel normal to you after a while.
It really is. And if you do drop the ball, I have dropped the ball with following up with people before, and I have just absolutely owned it. Meaning, I looked at it and thought I was supposed to follow up with them 4 months ago, and I forgot. They fell between the cracks, whatever. I have just totally owned it with people. I'll send them, I'll call them. I usually, when I do that, I'll call them, because I just really want to own it. I'll make that phone call and just say, listen, I really apologize. That's not my normal MO. That's not the way I typically operate. And I understand if you've moved on, whatever, but I just wanted to reach out and say, listen, you're not forgotten. You're important to me. And I realize that I blew it, but would love to connect with you. And that has paid off for me in so many different ways, because other people get busy too. So, sometimes it's kind of like, oh, wow, thank you so much. People appreciate it when you just own something and you take responsibility, because nobody takes responsibility for their actions anymore. It's very rare.
Yeah, I think that people really respect when you do take ownership of your mistakes and whatnot. And they respect your follow-up, and they respect your integrity and your authenticity. So if you just have those things going for you, you're going to gain respect, and you're going to do just fine. Is there anything more to say on this subject?
I don't think so. So just follow up. If you're looking for a good follow-up system, get in touch with Lisa, get in touch with me. Let us help you put together that 36 touch plan a year, and let us help you understand how to build that center of influence, online, offline, how to really bring all that together. We would love to just, have a little consultation with you, share with you what we do and how that might work for you and how it will fit into growing your business, your referral business, and help you be more successful.
Yes, ditto that. And by the way,
oh yes, we are having a little happy hour. So cheers.
Cheers.
I'm almost out.
It's
time to end the broadcast.
Isn't this fun?
It is fun.
You should do this happy hour. And
that's
videos,
right. Now we're gonna work a little bit and eat a little bit and have some fun.
You guys have a great night.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.